Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me okay? Perfect. So thank you for having me this afternoon. My name is Joel Bonina. I'm a finance manager at Boston Scientific in our corporate FP&A, financial planning and analysis group. It's my first time in New York City. Got in last night. Wonderful city. Enjoyed the sights. Went to Times Square. Did all the touristy stuff this morning. I'm based in our Boston office, so I don't get down here very much, obviously. But happy to be here today. So kind of my goal of what I want to do over the next 10 minutes is give you guys a sense of who Boston Scientific is, what we're looking for, and what role finance and accounting plays at Boston Scientific. So who are we? So Boston Scientific is a medical device company focusing on minimally invasive products that help improve patient life, save patient lives, and improve outcomes for patients. So we are dedicated to transforming lives through innovative medical solutions that improve the health of patients around the world. And how we do that is through our corporate initiatives and our corporate values: caring, meaningful innovation, high performance, global collaboration, diversity, and winning spirit. And I want to emphasize that last one, winning spirit. I'll talk about this in a few minutes, but the company has been through a revival and a turnaround over the past 6 years. Really, that winning spirit has been a key part of this. So we play in a number of different spaces in the med device sector. Our goal is every space that we play in to be the number one player, to be growing faster than the market. So just an example of some of our products. We have interventional cardiology, peripheral intervention, so some of your stents, drug-eluting stents. We have cardiac rhythm management, electrophysiology, so mapping of the heart and your ICDs, endoscopy, UroPH, neuromodulation, dealing with pain management and diseases of the stomach and urinary tract. It's a lot of different spaces we play in. It's very important if you healthcare across the globe and especially in the U.S. Challenging industry to work in, heavily regulated, but very exciting. So we put this slide up to talk about some of the recent awards and recognition that the company has received. It's not meant to be something that we brag about, but we are proud of where we've come as a company and some of the recent awards that we've received, and that goes back to that winning spirit. So there's a number up here. It's probably difficult to read. I guess it's a good thing when you have a slide that's too small to fit in all your different awards. But one thing that's not up there that I thought was recently announced that was very interesting was, and you probably hate that I'm talking about it and we wouldn't want to put it on a slide, but Mike Mahoney, our CEO, was rated by Glassdoor as the number 2 CEO in the whole country for any company, which is a pretty amazing award. He's a great guy and a great leader. He wouldn't want to brag about that, but I think just really that tone at the top it really starts with him and is amazing. So I wouldn't work in finance if I didn't show at least one finance slide with numbers up there. A lot of numbers to go through, and the key takeaway is that revival story that I talked about. 6 years ago, we were a $6 stock with a market cap of about $9 billion, closed around like $33.75 yesterday, and a market cap of over $47 billion, so over a 600% return. So in terms of the last 6 years, in terms of large cap companies, we've been leading in terms of, at least in the med tech sector, total shareholder return and a lot of great other metrics. Everything, the key takeaway, even if you can't read the numbers, everything is trending upwards, which is great. And we have a great story for how we continue to trend upwards in that direction. So I want to spend the remainder of my time talking quickly to you guys about our internship program and our finance leadership development program, our rotation program, which hopefully you guys are interested in. So I get this question a lot in terms of, even try to explain to my mom what I do. Okay, you understand that I work for a medical device company, but what does finance or what does accounting do at a medical device company? And to try to boil it down, the great thing about finance and accounting is you can work in a number of different sections or different groups. At the end of the day, finance and accounting is seen as a trusted business partner. It gets a seat at the table and is helping the company grow ethically, responsibly, and making the best investment decisions. So whether you're in treasury or whether you're in tax or whether you're in corporate FP&A, kind of all one common goal there. Why I love working at Boston Scientific and in our group especially, and you hear this from a ton of different people, is the people we work with are just amazing. Everyone is passionate about what we do, helping to improve patients' lives, and it's just, it keeps you motivated day in and day out, and really is what keeps you coming back every day. So our internship program, we've been partnered with SEO, I think this is our 4th year, if I believe that's right. And we take 3 SEO interns every summer. We love our partnership with you guys. And we have a relatively small internship program. It's about 14 or 15 interns between our Massachusetts and our Minnesota offices. In Minnesota, we have a lot of our cardiology offices. So what you do over your internship program, so a 12-week program, typically you could be assigned in a number of different roles, either accounting or finance based. For the most part, it's a project-based internship, so you'll have one kind of larger project to focus on for the majority of the summer. And throughout that summer, you get trainings, we assign you mentors and coaching, that you get to participate in a number of fun events. For instance, you know, the Boston-based interns will go to a Red Sox game, the Minnesota ones will go to a Twins game, things like that. There's a boat cruise if you're in Minnesota, a bunch of other fun events like that. At the end of your summer, at the end of your internship, usually towards the end of August, we'll have all the interns get together and present to the broader finance community on their summer projects. This is always one of my favorite days of the year, just having been involved in the internship program. It's great to see not only what the interns have accomplished in a few short 12 weeks, but also how valuable the projects that they worked on are. So, I mean, we have an auditorium probably about this size in our Marlborough office in Boston, and it's standing room only, where you have all levels of leadership from finance and accounting attending the presentations. And not just because we want to see what a great job that the interns did every summer, but because the projects that they worked on are tangible, real projects that are helpful to problems that we have at our company. So you'll get a lot of times. You might have a VP of our operations finance group asking an intern questions about the project they worked on because they'd like to implement a similar solution to their group. And it's just fascinating to see, like, in 12 weeks that you're able to accomplish so much. The presentations are great, and then the way we position the internship program is as a feeder program into our full-time finance leadership development program, FLDP, which is a 2-year rotation program I'll talk about next. So you go through your presentation to the broader community, and then immediately afterwards, the next day or two, you'll participate in a blitz interview where you get to interview with a number of different leaders in finance and accounting for the FLDP program. So it's great. We love the internship program, and it's really, I was a former intern at BSC, and it's been awesome experience. Our Finance Leadership Development Program, or FLDP, is a 2-year rotation program. So anyone that's interested in corporate finance or corporate accounting, I'd strongly encourage you to consider a rotation-type program. What's great about rotation programs is you might come out of college and know you want to work for a specific company or you're passionate about what they do, but you might not know what you want to do for, you know, the next few years, and that's okay, that's expected. The great thing about a rotation program is that in 2 years, you get to see 2 completely different segments or groups within finance and accounting. So for instance, we have roles in our corporate finance, corporate accounting, treasury, tax, divisional finance, operations finance, all over the place. So we have different roles. And it's great because you get to experience so much in a short amount of time. We also, similar to the internship program, you get to go through coaching, quarterly trainings, you get to go on a guest audit, present to our CFO and his staff, present to senior leadership. It's a great program and really sets you up well to be a future leader at the company. And I'll close on this just to quickly touch upon, we get this question a lot as well, what we are looking for in terms of candidates that we recruit for. And really it boils down to, we want leaders in and out of the classroom who have a global mindset and that are real team players and willing to, you know, roll up your sleeves and help out for the common good. With that, I'll close. Hopefully, if you guys are interested to come down and talk after, we can talk more about the internship or rotation program. Thanks for the time.